Hi everybody, Monica here. I wanted to show you a pretty cool item. They're a little expensive. It's a robbing screen. Dual purpose is a moving screen, so that's kind of cool. It's okay if you have a couple hives, but if you have a lot of hives, it might be a little too expensive. These run about, I think, around $10 a piece. This one is by Homestead Essentials, which is just one of the multiple companies that make similar products. It's a technopolymer, and so I haven't tested to see how long it would last in our Arizona sun. That will be one of the big things. The reason why I picked this up, and I found it on Amazon, was because I was looking for something quick and fast to use when moving bad bees from a residential area. I get multiple requests to take some away from people, pets, in order to requeen them and then bring them back. And so when moving these pretty defensive hives, sometimes you just kind of touch the hive and they just start boiling out the front entrance, no matter if it's dark or not. They're just like coming out. So I've used all kinds of different things, but I thought, well, let's see if there's something that I could just quickly, because everybody seems to have like a different setup. Some people didn't even, I don't even know, just some weird setups, not the average, bottom board, homemade stuff, just kind of strange. So I figured, let me try one of these to see if it's more of a dual purpose kind of closure. And plus, when I'm starting to close on an entrance, I'm closing on this side, bees might be boiling out on that side. So I thought something fast to just shove up against the hive to close the entrance off real quick was something I was interested in. And so that's where this came in. So to move, this is for a 10 frame. Whoop, now it's for an 8 frame. That's kind of a nice thing. So you use really long push pins, which are included. Don't mind my dirty fingers. I was just working bees. So you use really long push pins that were included, and it's kind of hard. I have some arthritis in my knuckles, and they were hard to push on. So that was kind of but it's kind of nice because you can actually just leave this on your hive, and you can use it as a robbing screen as well. So this opens on this side, and this opens on this side, and now you have a robbing screen. You want to close them in and move them, boom, boom, and now the bees can't get out. Now that's pretty cool. So and what is the robbing screen? So basically you have an entrance, and your entrance is on the bottom, your bottom board and your hive body. And so this works the best with a deep box. But so your entrance is down here, and entrances on hives have hive odor, more specifically a sweet honey scent. And this is very alluring to some robber bees. And these robber bees that don't have anything or anything to do, even if they're bored, they'll even become robber bees. So the scent is down here, and by opening up these up here, your bees, there's a bee crawl space on the inside, your bees come out their entrance down here, crawl up, and go right out this entrance, and then they come back, they go into the entrance and bring their food back. Well, the scent for the robbers is left right here, and they just kind of hang around here and get all hung up, and they never go up here. So this is really nice because it blocks robbing. And you can make your own a lot cheaper. Just Google search robbing screens, how to DIY. You can make your own robbing screens. So that's nice. So also for mite treatments, some mite treatments say to open the entrance the entire width of the hive. And if you're in the middle of a dearth and you're doing a mite treatment, you might want to use a robbing screen, because look at this open, this has got the airflow for the entire entrance. So you don't have to worry about closing it off and reducing it to a 1 bee in, 1 bee out during a severe dearth. It's got airflow, and yet the bees inside are protected. And if you're doing a mite treatment, they're getting airflow. That's very important. You don't want to hurt your bees while doing a mite treatment. So pretty nice. And so if you're a beginner and you're moving bees yourself, it's not too bad to have one of these. As I said, for moving the bees, sweet. Hold up. Woo, excuse the interruption. I think she thought she heard something. Okay, so, oh yeah, moving bees. So if you're beginning and you're moving bees from a residential area out into a rural area, number one, don't leave any bees behind. Any bee, it doesn't matter what genetic makeup it has. No bee likes to be left behind. It makes them lost and it makes them angry. So, so that you don't have lost and angry bees, when you're moving, make sure you have all the bees with you. So for an example, there was a community garden in the Tucson area. They had bees for a period of time. Unfortunately, the bees were taken over by Africanized hybrids, got a little cranky, so they wanted to move them out into a rural area, and they moved them at night. But somehow some bees got left behind. About a handful, about this big, bees got left behind. And they were attacking people, attacking the gardeners. And so they couldn't figure out, they thought they had a feral swarm. And so I went out there and I said, show me where your hives used to be. And sure enough, right there they were. Little ball, just hanging right there, right exactly where a hive used to be. They're just lost. And so that's number one, is when you're doing any bee moving as a beginner, make sure you got everybody. So all in all, do I like it? It's good. It's not a necessity. You can make one cheaper. Robbing screens are nice to have, especially in our area. Southern Arizona has a lot of problems with feral bees, and they will rob you, and they will sometimes take over in a hive. And so these are actually quite nice, whether you make one or you buy one. And you just might even want to have a robbing screen on hand for an emergency. Or you might want to have one of these dual purpose ones that works for moving as well. So I'm going to give it, how about an 8 out of 10? Maybe. I don't know. One good thing is that they're made in the USA.